Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Storytime Fun. I dedicate this next story to my grandchildren, Ethan, Denver, Summer, and Violet, whom I love to have fun with. Today's story is out of the Superheroes Storybook. And we're going to start today with the introduction. What is a superhero? You might think of superheroes as daring guys with flowing capes who are able to do superhuman feats like fly over buildings and bend metal with their bare hands and see through closed doors. You probably love to dress up and pretend to be a superhero, but at the same time you think, I can never be a real superhero. Well, this book is here to tell you that you can be a superhero, and that the kind of superhero you can be is more awesome than the one with the flowing cape, bulging muscles, and eye mask. You can be a superhero for Jesus. Through the stories in the Superheroes Storybook, you will learn the kind of traits that real superheroes have. Superheroes for Jesus. Moses was a brave and obedient leader who led the people through the Red Sea, on dry ground. David was a young boy who stood up to and defeated a giant, a real giant. Noah built a boat and made it through the flood and into a new world. Each of these men obeyed God. Each was brave, and each was a superhero for Jesus. A true superhero doesn't have bulging muscles and supernatural powers. A true superhero has faith in Jesus and the courage to obey him and to do his will. Through the pages of this book, you will learn that you too can be a superhero for Jesus. Are you ready for an adventure? Let's go. Superhero Adam. The very first man, based on Genesis 2. In the beginning, there was nothing to hear and nothing to see. There was no world, no sun or moon or stars, no people, no plants, no animals. Then God started making things. He made the earth, he made the land and the oceans. God made the sun and the moon and thousands of stars. God made all kinds of animals to live on the land and in the waters. He made great big elephants and tiny little monkeys. He made whales and seahorses to swim in the oceans. He also made birds to fly in the sky. God made lots of things, but he wasn't finished. God saved his best creation for last. That was the very first man. God made Adam out of plain old dust from the ground. God made Adam in his own image. That means Adam could think and make decisions, just as God does. He could do work and he could take care of the animals. God made a beautiful place for Adam to live. Then he gave Adam a special job to do. He asked Adam to give names to all the animals. So Adam decided to call a giraffe a giraffe. He named tigers, eagles, and all the other things God had made. Adam was busy, but he was also lonely. He needed another person to talk with and help him with all the work. So God made Adam fall asleep. Then he took a rib from Adam's side and he made the very first woman. Her name was Eve, and they were the beginning of all people. Superhero characteristic. Adam was the very first person God created, and he was created amazingly in God's image. He was the first superhero to care for animals and nature. Superhero tip. Adam was special because he was the first man God made, and he was made in God's image. You are special too, because you were also made in God's image. You can think, you can make choices, you can be kind and loving, you can do any job God gives you to do. The Lord God formed the man from the dust of the ground. He breathed the breath of life into the man's nostrils, and the man became a living person. Genesis 2. That's it for today. We'll see you next time.